The Xbox is dead. Well, at least that's what a lot of the headlines are saying. But in reality, the Xbox has been dead for a long time. They're just making it more official right now. And they have done that in a very clear and concise way. Xbox founders reportedly mourn the loss of its identity. It's not Xbox anymore. It's Microsoft Gaming. Just when you think they can't get worse with the branding of Xbox, they go and do something like this. I mean, the branding for Xbox has been absolutely horrific. With the exception of the Wii U, the Xbox One was the worst name ever. And we all remember that 2013 presentation at E3. We've got some highlights to show talking about that, which, in my opinion, Xbox has really never recovered from that. Now, if you go back to like the Xbox 360 generation, I firmly believe that the Xbox 360 won that generation. I understand that the Wii sold the most copies. I understand that the PlayStation 3 slightly outsold the Xbox 360, and it mainly did that in the last run leading into the end of that generation. But if you actually were playing games at that particular point in time, the Xbox 360 really did have the pulse of the gamers, and it felt like the entire world of gaming centered around the Xbox 360 and Xbox Live. It certainly did. And then with them losing momentum towards the end of that run, and then going into the 2013 presentation at E3, they've never recovered from that moment. They have never recovered. And it's been that long now, 2013, so we're like 11 years past that moment. And again, we're going to look at some highlights here in just a minute. Xbox founders got that. So they also point to the stagnant Game Pass growth as a factor behind Microsoft's cuts. That's right. And Colin Moriarty actually talked about that here, about Game Pass, and how he's been talking about this for a long time now. And a lot of people just told him he was wrong. But it looks like he was right.
I always said it over and over again over the years. I'm like, I don't want Sony to really buy anything. I can imagine a situation where Sony buys this. I can imagine a situation where Sony is compelled to buy this, but I don't really think that that's necessary for the PlayStation brand. And I was told that I was an idiot and I was stupid and all of these different things. So here's what I wanted to get through. The first thing is, and I'll read off these a little bit, so forgive me, and then I'll elaborate. Game Pass cannot work at anywhere near a reasonable price because it has to make up for an enormous amount of lost a la carte revenue on first parties where you make 100% of gross revenue, and third parties where you make up a free 30% rip on everything sold. The only way for it to work is at scale, and Xbox's own documents presented during the FTC fiasco show that it's tens of millions of subscribers behind, and with flat year over year growth in subs, Game Pass simply will not materially grow moving forward. It's static, and if anything, softer than it was several years ago. This was the first thing that I took a lot of abuse about. For some reason, people did not comprehend this point. And I don't know if you saw a letter going around recently over the last day or so that was written by some dude that used to work at Bethesda that basically says exactly this, that there is a major problem when you're not selling games anymore. The money has to come from somewhere. I was told over and over and over again that Game Pass more than pays for it and it's profitable. No, it fucking isn't. No, it isn't.
And now, again, they are in serious trouble. As it says right there, they also point to stagnant Game Pass growth as a factor behind Microsoft cuts. So that is a key component, because ultimately when you have a video game system, you need to have video games. That needs to be the central focus. There is a reason when you go over to VGCharts.com, there's a reason that the Nintendo Switch has sold 140 million units. There's a reason. And the reason is it focuses on video games on a video game system. Video games on a video game system. You see Xbox is in a distant third, very distant third. PlayStation 5 is actually keeping pace with PlayStation 4, even though they are lacking a lot of games too. And Sony is just in bad shape right now too, for a whole different set of reasons. In fact, this right here, this perfectly explains the video game industry right here in the current state. Sony, Microsoft, EA just destroying themselves. Nintendo just standing there looking stupid. Not doing anything, still standing. Just announced the Nintendo Switch 2 all the speculation, all the excitement, all the enthusiasm surrounding the Nintendo Switch 2. And here you have Microsoft saying, yeah, the Xbox is no more. It's Microsoft gaming. You got Sony fucking up everything right now with Stellar Blade, Helldivers 2. I know that they've kind of fixed the Helldivers 2 situation, but now there's more controversy surrounding that. There's problems all over the place, and then Nintendo's just standing there like, hey, we got a new system coming out. But again, taking us back to 2013, the Xbox One reveal, this is where they've never recovered. This was the moment that they never recovered from, truly. And it's interesting listening to this now because this is the same mindset that they have at this point in time in 2024, and it's nothing to do with games.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Xbox One.
TV experience. TV and movies. TV. Xbox. Watch TV. 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 Watch TV. TV remote. TV experience. TV. Sports TV. Anybody? TV.
Anybody?
TV. Xbox, go home.
TV.
Sports,
Television,
TV. Xbox is about to become the next water cooler. Sports.
Television. I'm thrilled to announce a live-action Halo television series.
Oh, that'll be
Television,
great.
TV, sport.
television,
TV. For Call of Duty.
Call of Duty, an entirely new Call of Duty for the next generation. Call of Duty.
One of the fascinating new additions to your squad is a dog. This is someone you care about. Call of Duty. All of the new story element. Call of Duty.
Our new dog model is taken from high-resolution scans of an actual SEAL Team service dog.
Call of Duty.
God, it's so bad. It's so bad. And then, of course, this glorious answer. Hey, if you don't like the Xbox One being always online, just buy a 360.
Yeah, and I think people are going to love it, and then they're going to understand what we're trying to create and how it links games and entertainment, the functionality of the box, some of the advantages that you get of having a box that is designed to use an online state. So that, to me, is a future-proof choice, and I think people could have arguably gone the other way if we didn't do it, and fortunately we have a product for people who aren't able to get some form of connectivity. It's called Xbox 360.
Right. So stick with 360. That's your message if you don't like it?
If you have zero access to the internet, that is an offline device. And
God, what a fucking horrendous answer. You just presented your brand new system, and your answer to people that have criticisms is, well, if you don't like it, we've got a system called the 360. They never recovered from this.
Seriously, when I read the blogs and thought about who's really the most impacted, there was a person who said, hey, I'm on a nuclear sub.
Right.
And I don't even know what it means to be on a nuclear sub, but I've got to imagine that it's not easy to get an internet connection. It's a great one.
He's so bad. So getting to this point now where it feels like Xbox is on the way out, and obviously with them saying like it's not even called Xbox anymore, it's called Microsoft Gaming. Again, go with that name and see how that works out for you. Xbox's branding has been absolutely horrendous over the years since that presentation, and it's only gotten worse and worse and worse, and now they're taking it to an entirely new level, apparently. But yeah, I don't know how they actually do survive this. And this is the problem with you have Sony and you have Microsoft, and these are these mega companies that gaming is not their focus at all. That's not what the company is built off of, unlike something like Nintendo, which that is the core of their business. That is their business. So their focus seems to be in a completely different world. And here we are now. And again, this is where, like, wasn't it a few years ago, the leaked Xbox emails, Microsoft emails, Phil Spencer had like hinted at like wanting to buy Nintendo. never go. And I know there's a certain segment of people that are always like, oh, yeah, we want Nintendo to get bought out. You're an idiot if you think that. First of all, you're an idiot if you think it's possible. Second, you're an idiot if you want that. Because if they were to buy Nintendo, which is not possible, by the way, but hypothetically, if they were going to buy Nintendo, Nintendo would be dead in 5 years because they would fuck it up. Just like they fucked this whole thing up. All of these purchases that they've made, they have screwed it all up. Don't want them anywhere, Nintendo. Continue to let Nintendo do their thing. Let them stand there like idiots, just like in this GIF right here, just stand there like an idiot while everybody else just destroys themselves. And Nintendo's just slow and steady wins the race. That's what they do. I'm not saying Nintendo's perfect because they certainly are not, but at least they give us video games and they focus on video games as a video game company. You guys have a great day. Thank you very much for checking out this video, and we will talk to you later.